I just love the feeling of a really good fresh cut.
I mean, you did it.
I did it.
And this is the DIY curly haircut you'll want to do for a fuller, rounder shape that uses layering techniques that mirror the shape of your head. These are pro haircutting techniques broken down so you can achieve the look at home, from long cascading curls to a fuller buildup of weight with body balance and shape. This kind of incorporated all of the other techniques that we've shared, like the unicorn haircut, the pigtails haircut, the universe haircut, pinwheel haircut, all of those DIY haircuts in one, and instead of ponytails, you're really just using your fingers. Woo! We're doing this haircut on dry styled curls that are brushed out, because doing this haircut on dry hair can help you visualize that 3D round shape that we're trying to create. Starting with the first section, just like a house, before we build it, we gotta lay the foundation. So we're cutting the perimeter first to set the length, taking the lower half of your hair from just above the round of your head at the nape, aka the occipital bone. Now gently brush out that hair section and keep that brush or comb nearby, because we're gonna use it the whole haircut. It's gonna help get us a clean cut section and prevent any straggly ends that can occur with a dry curl by curl haircut. Now let's also make sure we hold the scissors properly, okay? We're gonna get our thumb in that hole, our ring finger in the top hole, and try to keep your fingers straight. Let your thumb do the work. In order to achieve a rounded perimeter, you're gonna turn your head 45 degrees over your shoulder and brush the hair straight down to the length that you want without moving your head. Once you smooth your fingers down and find the point of where you want your longest strands to be, squeeze the hair between your fingers to lock it in place so you can then bring it to eye level to see where you're cutting and not cut your finger off. Now we have a foundation, the basement, if you will. Time to build up the house for more floors. We started by pulling the hair down at 0 degrees, but now we're gonna take this same section, and this time we're gonna angle the hair out 45 degrees from the head. Once you smooth your fingers to the very tips of that section, you're gonna find a corner. That corner is what you will cut. We're working one half of the head at a time, okay? So we're gonna let down our next section, laying it over top of that hair that we just cut. Now, to help you stay organized and prevent any overwhelm, pro tip, clip away some, but not all, of the already cut hair from those first sections. You don't need to reference them anymore, because we're creating what's called a traveling guide. We're connecting each new section that we lay down to our previously cut section to remove that corner. Don't ever feel shy to check that section and make sure that you cut everything that needed to be. And we're gonna do this section by section, building up our house, our roundhouse. As we get higher with the sections on our head, we will elevate the hair a little bit differently, always mirroring the round of the head, pulling out the section 90 degrees from where it grows. By the time you hit that very top section at your parting, you'll be lifting that hair straight up. And this will be the rounded result that you will get.
All right, so now we're moving on to the other side of the head, which means you are too. And I'm gonna primarily do this on my own. I know Mel helped me a little bit on this side, but this side is all me, okay? Let's do it together.
Does that mean I can go on break?
No.
I haven't eaten all day.
I haven't either. Again, we're sectioning out from the temple, okay? And then I'm gonna softly detangle it, which, by the way, we're using the unbrush. This is very, very gentle on the hair, so that's why you haven't seen me kicking and screaming this entire time as I'm doing this. We're establishing the perimeter, so I'm not pulling the hair upwards. We're going straight down.
And you've got your head turned off to that 45 degree on the other side, so that you create a more rounded back as opposed to a deeper V. As soon as that front face frame pops out, which is our current guide, then you know it's time.
Woo!
Pull it to the front, and if you see anything sticking out, don't be shy to just take off those little corners. Now you're gonna create the bottom layer. So we're starting low elevation. Remember how the head is curved at the bottom there? It's gonna just come out like a 45 degree angle. I see a corner.
I feel like this side of my head, it's easier to grab the hair.
Just keep cutting off those corners. Good work. Good girl.
Hold this.
Okay, calling the shots now. God, I raised you so well. Good, good, good. We got a couple stragglers.
Next section. I can do it. Actually, you section it.
Get rid of the bottom you already cut. Add in some new hair and follow the shape your head.
We're gonna brush this through and pulling the hair in the direction that it grows out.
Just like how we style it for volume. Isn't that interesting? I believe we found a corner. Now there's the back section to this. I want you to do the same thing back here. I'm just gonna check that for you.
Oh God, what did I do wrong?
You just missed the hair.
Oh, last section. Wow.
We'll get rid of a lot of this excess hair. You really want to create a new section every time the shape of the head changes. And now to mirror just that very top section, we're actually going to take some hair from our last piece. Because remember, this is now the very top of the head. So we're going to pull this directly up, cutting off any points up there.
Oh my God, I almost cut my finger off.
Voom. Look how thick your hair looks again.
Oh my gosh. I was missing this thickness.
I want you to make sure that you like and create the right amount of volume in the back. Draw a circle from the very top of your head around the crown. Just like that. And you can put this in a ponytail to help you then pull all the way out so you can get this corner right in there.
I'm cutting that off.
Wowza, cowabunga. Now we want to detail all those hairs that are going to fall onto your face. You want to part the hair where you usually do and comb all the hair that sits in front of your ear forward, in front of your face, and line it up with your nose. You want to cut a straight vertical line here, and of course, remove any of those corners. This is not to create bangs, just longer face frames. Always looking for that corner. And by the end of it, this is the silhouette that you should be looking for. You should see lots of fullness, lots of roundness. This is the point in the haircut when you've rewashed, you've restyled, and you can see how everything is sitting and see if you need to do any detailing, some finishing touches. And what you're gonna do is shake the hair, towards your face. You're gonna tip your head over and you're gonna see if there's any curl that is kind of sticking out and it doesn't look like it's in its place. You're gonna put it in its place by cutting it away. So Amanda, you might wanna tip side to side, push the hair in front of your face and see if anything's sitting weird or if there's any straight, straggly ends that need to go. Sometimes it's even a good idea to wait a couple days before doing this step because the hair can be in a little bit of shock right after a haircut, especially if you did a haircut and a color. And what I would recommend is when you are going to refine and cut any ends, go back to that same elevation. Instead of, pulling it and cutting it here, to keep it layered, I would re-elevate it at 90 degree, wherever it's coming out from the head, right? And very quickly opening and closing to slide out any curls that need to be. I saw something in the bangs here. And without getting too scissor happy, I think that this is it. I mean, you did it.
I did it.
A round of applause. You did it. You did that.
You did it too. I'm only gonna say one thing. Number one, I have a great teacher. Number two, I thought I was gonna be upset about losing all that length, but I love the shape. I think it looks 10 times thicker, my hair, and it hasn't changed. It's the same from yesterday, besides the color. I love it. I hope you love it too. And I hope you love my color, because I love it.
Let me know if you found this tutorial helpful. If you were actually able to follow. Maybe it was a little intimidating because this definitely is a little bit more of an advanced technique. And so if you are looking for easier tutorials, we have those on the channel as well, like the unicorn haircut, the pigtails haircut, the universe haircut, pinwheel haircut. We broke down the butterfly haircut. We've done hair dustings, bang trims, and so much more, all in a playlist for you to reference. If you're looking to explore any other haircutting shapes, let me know if you feel brave enough to try this and if you are looking forward to more DIY haircuts. That has been your main girls, Mel
and Amanda.
And we're out.
Peace.
I just want to say thank you to everyone that was so patient with us as we posted this video, an alternative version of this video 2 weeks ago, but there were several sound issues and many of you couldn't watch it. This is now a condensed version. Thank you for your patience. I hope that you enjoyed this and found it helpful. And to everyone that has been posting on their TikTok and their Reels, recreating the haircut, I love to see it. Make sure you continue to tag me. I'm reposting. And it's just such a gift to see the power of your hair care in your own hands. I love it. I love you. If you're watching this the day it goes live, happy American Thanksgiving. Happy holidays in general. I'll see you next week. Peace.